wow.
Now you go inside. Everything locks from the inside. So we close this door, now we lock it from the inside. And now you're surrounded with ballistics.
Oh, wow.
Now you have a camera system. The camera system, now let's say this is in school. Shows what we're doing in here. So if the administrators, let's say, took roll, before school started, and so the shooting happens, and they look at, this is room 11, they look and they go, they start counting kids, and they go, okay, all the kids are accounted for. Out here, I can see what's going on right here on this camera.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if somebody walks up and says, hey, it's the police, open up, it's safe, I can see if that's the shooter or if that's actually the police.
Okay.
Right, and now I get to see also everything else that's going on in the school. This is now being broadcast out to the police as well as to the school officials, so they can say, hey, room 11, there's nobody in there. Room 11's clear. All the kids are accounted for. So now, think about the police coming into a building. If they know that they don't have to go clear room 11, they can keep moving, and it's making their job faster.
So is it a way to communicate outside too, like voice, like?
Yeah, it'll be mostly
telephone.
cell phones.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
The teacher would have their cell phone or somebody in the office, right?
Okay.
But at least this is giving good information.
And this is like, it could take this bulletproof.
So you think
fire.
Well, let me show you a couple different things we have that will kind of make this make sense. The reason this was designed was after the Uvalde shooting. And so if there's anybody behind me and look at the camera, I think it's clear. Okay. I'm going to close it back up here real quick.
You just got to step out.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna So
that's cool.
So if you walk over here, I'm going to show you something just real quick. This was the emergency housing unit that we have, and this is all collapsible. And within,
it was telling me if it's collapsed flat.
Yeah, collapsed flat, and then you just build it within 30 minutes. So the idea here, though, was that the military asked us to make this ballistic for like a mobile command center and for just for a guard check. So we've done that, and then Uvalde happened, and so this is the same basic idea as that collapsible. It's the same wall system, but instead of putting insulation in between the panels, you're putting ballistic material. So the ballistic material basically acts as the insulation. Right? So that's where this came from. This.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty pricey.
This one's about $19,000 for the housing unit, but it collapses down. That is about $50,000 for an 8x8 ballistic room.
Yeah.
The ballistic material is pretty expensive. So.
Yeah, I'm even thinking like that could work even for like religious temples. Because we kind of in those times now.
Unfortunately, it's sad, right?
Yeah.
There's also
those kind of run the same.
Those run about $50,000 because of the ballistic material.
Okay.
So, but we teamed with Alarm.com. Alarm.com does all the camera systems and things like that. But if you look at this is an alarm called a shooter detection system. So within 1 second of a shot being fired, it takes both the infrared technology, so it's got to see the flash of the gun, and the sound. So it's the only one that Homeland Security actually endorses because there's no false positives. Firecrackers don't set it off.
Heard about their law enforcement have those around town and stuff like that.
Yeah. So within 1 second, shots fired, it tells you exactly where the shot came from, and it gives you all that information so that now you can actually figure out what you want to do. I get an alarm on my phone, but the most important thing is going right to police within 1 second. They're getting an alarm. If you have camera systems, let's say down the hallway, it turns those cameras on right to that location, and all of a sudden we're getting a visual on the shooter. So I'm a police officer, I'm walking into the building with a visual and knowing the location where the last shot was fired. If the teachers have this information, or if you're in an office complex and you have this information, then you go hide, right? Or if I'm on the other end of the building, I evacuate. If the police, again, have the information though, The next shot that's fired, they now know location, but with those camera systems you have in sight,
Yeah.
think about how quickly police can now go into a building and go, we need to go to the back half of the building because that's where the last shot was fired. We don't have to go through the front and go clear every room while people are getting shot in the back. We can go find we can go find that shooter quicker. So it speeds up their
So
time.
this is you guys right here?
Yep. KT. So here's this. Give you
Okay, yeah, I may want to
so this
pass
has,
this on to my grand sheik too with Islamic group. And,
Oh, yeah.
That might be something you might want to
Yep.
pass on.
So there's gunshot detection there, and then the rapid access safe room. Especially if they have like a nursery,
Yeah.
some of those classrooms, the vulnerable kids, in those little areas. The schools do a lot of this with their with their